Thank you so much for tuning in to Home of Politics. I welcome you. Thank you for joining. Those who are new in this channel, consider subscribing, hit the notification bar so that you receive this information every time I upload. For those who are sharing my videos, continue sharing on other platforms. Don't forget to like and leave a comment in the comment section. Ladies and gentlemen, immediately when the DCI office gave out a press statement about their investigation and findings about the issue of the demonstration which was being sponsored, and it involved the Gen Z demonstration that started on June this year. Now it came to be understood very well that yes, the demonstrations were being carried out, but some of the youths were innocent, while others had been sponsored by powerful politicians in the nation. Some of the leaders are well known and they have been called out. Some of them were called out to stop the sponsoring and organizing this issue of demonstration, but they just carried on, and it have come to be noticed that it is an organization that was formed by a certain powerful individual in the government. And when you want to know where the problem is starting, it is the reaction that we have seen. And so according to the DCI report, we have five individuals. These, some of them are the staff in the office of the deputy president, and the others are the MP in some of the constituencies in Nairobi. Their names are Benjamin Githiru Mwangi, we have James Mwangi Gakuya, George Theuri, Martin Derrick Ngujiri Wambugu. Finally, we have Pius Munene. These are the suspects who have been summoned by the DCI, and they were the people who were meeting in a big hotel in this Nairobi to organize and sponsor issues to do with demonstration. It shows that the demonstration was not having a clear intention, because some of this sponsorship, incitement, and even money laundering happened in order to facilitate the demonstration, whereby we witnessed loss of lives, destruction of properties, robbery, injuries. A lot of things happened. Even some of the leaders, their houses and their residents were torched. They all were burned to ashes as a result of this demonstration. And how comes it was specifically in a certain area, a certain MP's house, maybe it's been torched, a certain MP's supermarket or a business enterprise has been torched down. Something was happening behind it, and it really shows that there was somebody who is having a clear hand in this issue. And so according to the DCI, we see they have been found guilty with some of the issues. We have money laundering to finance the Gen Z protest. We also have incitement, whereby these Gen Zs were being incited so that they can occupy places like State House. I'm sure if you have been active on social media, you've been witnessing the trending hashtags. Those one, hashtag demonstration, hashtag maandamano, hashtag occupy State House, hashtag occupy the parliament, occupy the CBD, occupy JKA. All those were sponsored hashtags that were trending, and especially occupying the parliament and the State House. That one was being described as a felony, whereby these Gen Zs were being pushed to the wall by these individuals who were sponsoring this maandamano. And I'm sure even some of them did not know that this maandamano has got something inside that is hidden. Right now is the time when the DCI have just decided to open up. And so after tabling the facts about these people who are being suspected to be the sponsors of the demonstration, then we come to find out that immediately when it was released, we see it was not an easy thing, because immediately when it was published, then the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua went very fast on the social media, that was the X platform, where he decided to sanitize himself We see he lamented very bitterly and he tried to seek sympathy, whereby people, he claims that his office is being oppressed and it is something to do with the DCI. Maybe they are being used in a bad way politically. And so maybe if I can read some statement here, we see Rigiji had written, "I am embarrassed that we are back to where we were. Harassment of my office staff and members of parliament perceived to be close to me has been ongoing for the last 2 months. I have learned of a scheme to prefer stamped up charges against 3 members of my staff and MPs for Embakasi North, Honorable James Gakuya, and Embakasi Central, Honorable Metamin Gadhiru Major Dong." And so Rigathi Gachagua is claiming that some of the people who are close to him are the people who are being sabotaged. They are being embarrassed. They are being subdued to a lot of things to be associated with the strike of the Gen Zs, which means he is trying to come out to the public clearly saying that he is not associated with the protest. And how comes, according to the DCI report, nobody has mentioned out his name, saying that the office of the DP is the office that have been sponsoring demonstrations. But immediately when it was released in the public, he came out sanitizing himself. Let's see. There is this MP called Oscar Sudi from Kapsaret who just decided to hit on the head. And he said on Twitter account still, "My boss, it's no longer a secret that you are the mastermind behind the dead on arrival plan to oust our president. The young people were killed in the streets and those jailed are a result of money you poured to sponsor the demos. Yet you now claim you are fighting for them. Save the respect we have for your office, you belong to jail. We know you are planning, kwa hii maneno inakuja lakini tuko rada." So it's a long statement, but I've just picked where it is necessary. I couldn't read a lot of it. So ladies and gentlemen, according to how we are seeing right now, these leaders have taken all their speeches, all their explanation to the public, they take it to social media instead even of calling a press so that they can talk one-on-one. And so exchange of words on social media is something that has been very, very consistent with these politicians, simply because maybe they feel like it is the fastest way to pass information. But on social media, you can be trolled, you cannot know where the fact is, and the rumors where they belong. But according to how the things have been unfolding, then we come to learn that it is a must that the office of the deputy president, through his staffs and sponsorship, that he has a hand in the demonstration and other evil things that have been happening in our nation. Then if I can, there is this one individual called Dennis Addison, who also tweeted on the X saying that they really know that the DP wanted to overthrow the government, of which he had a wrong timing and he had not well been organized. And this brings us to having a lot of questions, saying that maybe yes, people have been complaining about the high living standard. They do not want the finance bill. They are uncomfortable with high taxation and so many other things that have been happening in our nation. But how comes after revealing or after the press release of the DCI, then the Honorable Deputy President is coming out to defend himself? He is now putting the blames on the DCI office to be illegally used as a weapon against him through politics. Then you wonder, why is he doing like that? And so, my good people, why is it that the deputy president is coming out to complain that is being oppressed by the president? Is it true that the president is oppressing the deputy president? And if he's being oppressed, is social media the correct way of complaining, or should they solve their problem as leaders who can sit down and fix the problem? Another thing, what is your take on this issue of the deputy president coming out complaining and maybe his office is being mentioned as the office that have been sponsoring demonstration, yet he claimed that he is the leader who is listening to the ground so much so that he can find out solutions to problems that are affecting our nations. And lastly, do you really see this government ending in 5 years with Rigathi Gachagua in it? Because right now things are really hot for the deputy president. There is an impeachment motion. There are others who are just developed the hate towards the deputy president even without any reason. What is your take on this about the issue of the deputy president having a hand in the sponsoring of demonstrations? What is your opinion? Thank you for watching. Send me your ideas in the comment section. Have a good day.